All right, let's go back to this first look. This is not satellite imagery. You already know the clouds are outside. We're going to stick around with those cloud coverage through this time tomorrow night, and then we'll break a little bit for Thursday. But on radar, nothing. No areas have recorded any precip, but that was expected. We anticipated a dry start to the storm system, and that will continue as we move through the next 12 hours. Now, getting into tomorrow morning, that'll be a different story. And when you look at areas like Glenwood Springs, Aspen, Gunnison, San Juan, Steamboat Springs, these areas will pick up some snow by this time tomorrow night. The Grand Mesa, minimal snow, and Glade Park, a little bit lower. These two areas, Grand Mesa, Glade Park, we're looking at less than 3 to 4 inches of new snow. Significantly lower for the Glade Park area, probably 1 to 2 at best. But I'll get to that in just a moment. I want to show you these high temperatures. We walked right in. You know, you can underestimate so many things in the weather department. The southwest flow is one of them you do not underestimate when it comes to getting those warmer temperatures in. Mid-50s for Grand Junction, low 60s at Delta, near 60 for Montrose. These are a little bit warmer than we were yesterday. And remember, even with that cloud coverage, it's still very possible. Now, we will have a cold front moving through by noon tomorrow. So while our morning start will still be, listen to me, mild, near 30 degrees, our afternoons will be about 10 degrees colder than our high temperatures today. These are the currents right now, still coming off of a beautiful day. I was outside. I got more sunshine, I should say more sunburn today than I did all this past weekend when it was Bluebird. Don't forget to block up. Current wind speeds, we're in a bit of a lull right now. We had breezy conditions throughout the day, mid-morning, mid-afternoon. Look at these top wind gusts. We still have the cold front coming through, so we're going to keep wind in the forecast through at least mid-morning tomorrow as breezy, and a couple of wild wind gusts still available. But top wind gusts of the day between 20 and 40 miles per hour. Kind of depends on the area where you were. No locations on the western slope, and that includes the San Juan Mountains, are under any advisories, watches, or warnings, but highlighted in purple, you can see Colorado Springs. Those are advisories in areas to the south. Denver, Boulder, Fort Collins, they're going to be on a storm watch. So if you're heading to the Front Range on the I-25 corridor, north or south, just know you're going to get into some snow. We're looking at Fort Collins to Denver, anywhere from 2 to 8 inches. Colorado Springs, 2 to 5, and then the further south you go, the lighter those snow totals are. The further south you go, that's the key phrase, because the storm system split. We have the north forecast branch, which is the cold front. That's going to swing in through tomorrow afternoon. We had that cutoff low pressure system, which was the southern forecast branch. That's trending further and further south. So that means we lose that as a really impactful opportunity. If it was a little bit higher in the latitudes, we'd see better snow opportunities in the southern zones. As such, we don't have that. But rounding out the base around Southern California, there's that southwest flow indicated by the arrows. That's why we had the breezy conditions and the warm temperatures today. Now, for our mountain zones, it'll be through early Thursday morning that the snow continues. Some of the West Elks, Pitkin County, Eagle County, these areas should pick up anywhere from 6 inches up to 10. So not a blockbuster storm system, but beneficial nonetheless. For Denver and the Front Range, instead of Thursday morning, this will likely linger through Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, possibly Friday morning, but I think Friday morning that'll be reserved for the eastern plains. Snow should get going in our local mountains. I'm talking Pitkin County, Gunnison County, early in the morning, 5 a.m., pre-dawn. Once we get to 8 a.m., Grand Junction, Delta, Montrose, we're still dry. We don't expect any precip, but as we get into the mid-morning hours, we will see some light snow flurries developing for Montrose. For Montrose, it's more snow opportunities scattered throughout the day than for Grand Junction, because by the time we get to the noon hour for GJ, we're still kind of mild. We've just exited our ideal temperature, so then we're just looking at a rain-snow mix, likely rain showers for Grand Junction midday. Not a lot. We still have a significant rain deficit for Grand Junction, but getting into Montrose in the afternoon hours, and you can see Glade Park and the Grand Mesa picking up on some snow production in the afternoon. Montrose should be looking at accumulating snow late afternoon and early evening on the order of half an inch or so. It's just we're too mild, we're too dry, but this is going to be very helpful for our mountain zones. Our snow level is not going to drop significantly with this system, and as quickly as it arrives, it's going to exit. Here are the mild temperatures for tomorrow morning, near the 30-degree mark for many locations on the 50 corridor, and then tomorrow afternoon, what we did today, tomorrow we'll subtract 10 degrees. So these numbers still represent near average temperatures. So this is our first storm system, middle of this week. We get a slow recovery on temperatures for Thursday, getting into the upcoming weekend. Grand Junction, sunshine, back to the 50s. For Montrose, it's back to the upper 40s this weekend. We'll linger Wednesday night past sunset with these snow showers. But then look what happens starting next week, the next storm system. Remember I said 2 within 10, 2 storms within 10 days. And this next one, starting next week, has a little bit more intensity, a lot more cold air, should be bigger snow totals for more areas.